They did a good job of showcasing.
The event, organized by Zuri Event, under the theme Leveraging Sustainable Maize Practices for Economic Development.
We can always complain.
The Maize Summit, which was held at Hotel Intercontinental, is focusing on three major pillars of sustainability, economic growth, and technology.
And its partners.
The keynote speaker, Africa Regional Climate Change Coordinator, UN Environment, Dr. Richard Munang, who anchored his address on climate action as an accelerator for socio-economic transformation, market opportunities for the meeting industry to tap into, started off by highlighting the effect of climate change to businesses.
As we gathered here today, the changing climate is no longer an abstract issue. It's affecting not just the business community, but it's affecting the entire world, and more so Africa. As responsible custodians of the African continent and also citizens of the world, we cannot allow this to happen without us charting different ways in which we can be able to address this challenge, but at the same time also leveraging on opportunities that the business community and more so the maize can be able to benefit from. Across the continent, from the savannas of Southern Africa, to the highlands of East Africa and to the forests of the Central African region, to the coastlines of West Africa and to the golden sands of North Africa, the causes of the changing climate are indiscriminate, shattering lives and livelihoods across borders and also sectors. The floods experienced in Africa last year were unprecedented, killing 25 times more than the much publicized Hurricane Harvey in the United States. Distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, these floods in the African continent are leaving a trail of lost lives. They're leaving a trail of shattered livelihoods that are impacting the productivity of every sector of the economy.
I wanted to showcase Nairobi.
He went ahead to describe the losses that Kenya and in extension Africa experiences in maize industry as a result of climate change.
And with this, sea level rise putting up to 11 million people in 6 coastal cities, resulting in flooding and damaging infrastructure, including touristic sites that we have invested in for a very long time. I'm talking about ecosystems, whereas we're currently speaking today, costing Africa over 60 billion annually and driving loss of World Heritage Sites, a critical attraction to maize visitors. Currently, as we're speaking today, of the 39 sites on global danger list of degradation, 44% of them are on the African continent. For instance, the retreating glaciers resulting from rising temperatures threaten sites such as the Kilimanjaro National Park, which boasts Africa's highest peak and a significant attraction for the maize visitors. Right here in Kenya, where we gathered here today, Kenya's 6 heritage sites risk being permanently changed or degraded due to climate change, with most of the affected sites serving as major touristic attraction, which is a major asset for the maize industry.
Top best event.
Dr. Richard Munang, who was the first person to win the prestigious African Continental Hero Award 2016, went ahead to call to action those in attendance to safeguard the maize industry from the fury of climate change.
It is therefore time to heed to the wisdom in an insightful African proverb that says we should put out fire while it is still small. We should put out fire while it is still small. My call to you today, distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, in the maize industry, is to portray Africa's fight against climate change. It is a call to act. It is a call to act before it is too late. It is a call to act in safeguarding the core assets, base of your industry. It is a call to act to safeguard your markets. It is a call for you to invest lucratively and guarantee enduring dividends well into the future. It is a call for you to be able to safeguard your interests, the interests of an industry that is close to your hearts and minds.
Judy Kefa-Gona, Director Sustainable Travel and Tourism Agenda Kenya, went ahead to break down the impact of the Global Maize Summit to Kenya.
It is time to change mindsets. The development agenda is changing. The paradigm has shifted. Everything is about sustainability. Now, Global Maize Summit is about bringing to the attention of all players. We have had in this summit that MICE is the only sector that brings all industries together. When technology people want to meet, they organize a meeting. Yep. When agricultural people want to meet, they organize. So MICE brings all sectors together. And so what a better place and forum to foster the sustainability agenda. So even as we meet here, we are looking at MICE as a frontier for many things. We are looking at MICE as a frontier for innovation in tourism, for diversification in tourism. We are looking at MICE as a frontier for innovation and creativity in the different sectors, because MICE is a consumer of different products.
At KICC and its association conference,
with Kenya having successfully hosted the world's first Sustainable Blue Economy Conference, Judy went ahead to point out how timely the theme of the summit, leveraging sustainable MICE practices for economic development, was.
It is very, very timely. If you look at the growth of the sector, if you look at its economic impacts, the figures speak volumes, but often you do not see, when we are reporting tourism statistics, you do not see where MICE is covered. We rarely get to see the metrics about it. Yet it is growing, and it is growing extensively fast. We have just had a major blue economy conference in Kenya, 17,000 plus delegates in 3 days. When we eventually report the tourism statistics for 2018, you will not be able to filter out what was the contribution of MICE. And we are talking about net contribution of MICE, whether that contribution is socially, whether it's environmentally, whether it is economically.
Meetings, incentives, conferencing, exhibition, MICE are all avenues through which diverse stakeholders from different sectors come together under one roof, promising great returns for the host nations. As players in the sector meet to deliberate on sustainable future, Kenya is well on her way to cement her place as a business tourism country of choice. Reporting for BrandPlus TV, I am Korawi John Wambugu.
Happening as well. So that's not an issue. Meetings